Během Velké války, které se později začalo říkat První světová válka, měla Československá legie za úkol bojovat jménem Ruska výměnou za podporu nezávislé Československé republiky. Válka si však vyžádala nesmírné ztráty na životech a hospodářský kolaps v Rusku, což zažehlo revoluci, která sesadila cara a přerostla v krvavou občanskou válku. Bolševici založili Rudou armádu, aby upevnili moc a vládu nad sjednoceným Ruskem, zatímco Bílá armáda vznikla proto, aby se Rudým postavila. Československá legie byla nyní ve velmi ošemetné pozici. Ozbrojená jednotka v cizí zemi, bez jasné příslušnosti k Rudým či Bílým. Západní hranice Ruska navíc stále ovládaly mocnosti, které založení Československa bránily. Československá prozatímní vláda proto legionářům nařídila, aby zůstali neutrální a vydali se na východ do Vladivostoku, kde se měli nalodit a plout zpátky do Evropy. Během evakuace přes transsibirskou magistrálu se však legie zapletla do ozbrojených střetů, které měly dopad na běh ruské občanské války. Nyní nás čeká příběh hry Last Train Home, fiktivního díla inspirovaného zápisky geniálního člena Československé legie a opravdového historického pramene. Příběh začíná u ambiciózního kapitána pod vedením majora Gazdíka, který vede poslední jednotku československých legionářů, která jede obrněným vlakem do Vladivostoku.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a new game. Last Train Home. Quite an interesting premise, this one. It's basically based on the 1917 to 1922 Russian Civil War.
To nie je dobré.
Rychle! Měním
Mlyny jsou zničené. Našťastie to vyzerá, že tu nebol nikto, kto by sa mohol zraniť. Ponáhľajte sa a pozbierajte vrecia so zásobami potravín skôr, než tiež zhoria.
Anyway, I'm not going to carry on for a second. I'm just going to carry on talking for a bit. So, yeah, based on the 1917 to 1922 Russian Civil War, when the Czechoslovaks were essentially returning home, and the whole game is based around you can see the train here, using this train to essentially get home. It just seems like an interesting premise to me, you know, like survival RTS mechanics, but you're like a, you know.
Blíži sa zima. Kto so zdravým rozumom by podpálil mlyn? Musíme sa porozprávať s mlynárom. Statok nie je ďaleko. Poďme.
You know, like,
Povídejte.
it gives me Gates of Hell vibes with the infantry that you have to control individually, and I don't know if they have like inventories or something. But it looks like they all have different abilities. Like this guy has focus fire, medic obviously, sniper, recon. What about the standard rifleman? Just bayonet charge. So yeah, just curious to see where this goes. It's obviously going to be like a lengthy series if it works. The difficulty customization is really interesting. Well, you can choose from a lot of different variables like player damage, enemy damage, you know, things like that. I have turned off the ability for me to lose this game based on morale.
Myslíte, že je to mlynářův dům?
Ak je tam niekto nažive, je našou povinnosťou pokúsiť sa mu pomôcť. Presne tak, pane.
Purely
Niekto tam leží.
because I'm not very good at these sorts of games.
Nie, pani. Sme československí legionári na ceste do Vladivostoku. Chceli sme nakúpiť zásoby vo vašom mlyne, ale keď sme prišli, bol v plameňoch. Kto to urobil?
Bolševici. Dožadovali se, abychom jim předali zásoby na zimu jménem Lenina. Můj syn odmítl. Musíme živit rodinu, říkal. A tak ho zabili. A děti taky. Ty vojáci jste všichni stejní. Umíte jenom zabíjet. Jděte pryč a nechte mě umřít v pokoji.
Jestli bolševici chtěli jídlo, proč nechali ty pytle schořet spolu s mlýnem?
O jedlo vôbec nešlo. Tak to dopadá, keď odmietnete spolupracovať s Červenou armádou. Červení, ktorí zapálili túto farmu, sa nesmú dozvedieť, že sme tu. Ale nesmieme riskovať vlak. Nájdite si dobré miesto a preskúmajte kolaje pred nami.
There's a lot of
Ak je
talking in
tam
this
nejaký
game.
problém, aspoň budeme pripravení.
Try not to interrupt too much. So cloth is a resource, so does that mean we can, I don't know, get different types of
Čekám.
clothing? Maybe?
Postarám se o to. Ano, pane.
Graves up here. Nice. It's pretty
Pošlite niekoho s ďalekohľadom na tamtém okraji. Prieskumníka.
scout here.
Hneď, kapitán.
Poslouchám, pane.
Hej! To červení zabili rodinu tej mlynárky a všetko spálili. Zaslúžia si smrť.
Vojak. Červená armáda sa bude zodpovedať
Interesting.
za zločiny proti svojim krajanom.
What
Ale
an
nie
ambush
nám.
them.
Stále sme na ruskom území a čaká nás dlhá cesta domov. Nechceme si robiť nepriateľov.
Nemluvě o tom, že diplomatické incidenty by mohly ohrozit naši novou republiku.
Supposedly this game's really tough.
Dosť rečí.
So it'd be interesting to see how we
Naspäť
do.
do vlaku. Možno cestou nájdeme ďalšie zásoby.
Back to the train.
Rozumím.
Čekám.
So the medic is obviously the woman. Interesting.
Ano?
Wonder if we can
Postarám se
like
o to.
recruit more troops. Is there a curious to know whether or not there's a limit on
Naši
how many
vojaci
troops
už
you get?
dlho nevideli žiadnu akciu. Čo keby sme si urobili strelecké cvičenie so strašiakmi?
To nie sú strašiaky. To sú vypchaté čarodejnice.
One shot.
Pozor na Babu Jagu, matku všech čarodejnic.
Menej rečí, viac strieľania.
Be interesting to know if you
Připraven,
can
pane.
assign different weapons. Well, like
Zaměřuju.
Připravenější už nebudu.
Jsem připravena.
okay, got a bot
Čekám na
action.
rozkazy. Tu máš, Baba
Oh,
Jaga.
there is ammo
Čekám.
as well. Interesting.
Ano, pane.
There's quite a lot of micromanagement here. Grenadier. Nice.
Ano? Rozkazy?
My legionári nikde nikoho nenecháme. Privete sem celú čatu, než dáte rozkaz na odchod.
Right, well, I'm not going to leave it there. We'll do the next mission. I will just cut to whatever happens next. See you in a second. Okay, so we're back. Looks like some kind of overmap behind us, overworld map. As you and the others board the train, empty-handed, a discussion ensues about the recent events. Some feel enraged, some uneasy. You are lost in thought about the experience of being in command. Major Gazdik grabs you by the shoulder, snapping you out of it. You did well, Captain. You should stop bragging and start playing the role you hope for. Today you learn the bread and butter of commanding. Things never go the way you imagine. We shouldn't have just let the Reds leave. They should pay for their actions, killing people and stealing food and stealing and destroying food. Our provisional government said we should avoid conflicts. We cannot go around passing sentences as we see fit. We need to follow orders. The situation was affected because Maximilian Drapp has the legend trait. Look what they do to their own people. What do you imagine they'll do to us when we actually face them? Considering we are a sizable military force in their country while civil war is brewing. We have to be neutral. We are soldiers and we need to follow orders. But the consequences if we caught them red hands, they kill. I think we have to be careful. Either way, I bet they would scatter if we faced them. They'd be thrilled to see us there. I bet they'd tell everyone how Czechoslovak legionnaires shot an honest miller and his family, burned the mill and left the food to be destroyed. Shall we proceed to Moscow then as planned, or are we expecting trouble? We will go to Moscow to pick up my future advisor, Captain Langer. Currently working to negotiate our safe passage. Let's hope the negotiations will bear fruit. Indeed, speaking of fruit, since we didn't manage to replenish our supplies, we'll stop at the next station to do so. The journey begins. Oh wow, okay, so you do actually... Okay. Oh, this is pretty... Guys, this is pretty sick. You can zoom in. Can you zoom in further? Oh my god, you can. Grades. Can I move? Artillery car. Okay. Forage. Infantry. 1. Okay, so we've got a lot of guys doing their car. So what's wrong? Chaotic? Why is she Chaos Thrill Seeker? Blimey. Okay. Okay, so we're coming into the town. What does this mean? Train is stopping. The train stops several dozens of meters before the station. There is another train blocking your path. As you and others exit the train, you are greeted with grave silence and a few rifles aimed in your direction from the station. Towards you, a tall Red Army officer is walking by 2 soldiers. Greetings, Legionnaires. My name is Adam Morozov. Who is in command of your unit? Major Gazdik steps off the train and shakes Morozov's hand firmly. Glimpses his other hand resting on the hilt of his trench knife, a sure sign he smells trouble. You know he's rarely wrong. Major Ottokar Gazdik, I am in command of this train. To what do I owe, General? Morozov betrays a look of mixed amusement and satisfaction, evidently unsure if the Major has recognized his rank by the insignia on his uniform, or through his reputation as a hero in the Great War. A mere coincidence. I was visiting family nearby. Nonetheless, our encounter is most fortunate, as I have a proposition, one of mutual interest. What do you want, Morozov? Do tell, I'm all yours. Indeed, and that's how it should be, my friend, because it's in my power to ensure your safe passage through Russia. That is what you want, is it not? All you need to do is hand over your weapons. Yeah, no. Give up our weapons to you? I don't think so. You'd probably use them to shoot us and then burn the entire station to the ground. You're not the first Legionnaires to pass through here. Your countrymen handed over their weapons without incident. For your soldiers' sake, I do as I ask, or you will regret it. Oh, I'm sure you'll intend to let us be on our merry way, completely unscathed, with a full belly and a happy heart. I've said my piece, General. Start shooting or get out of our way. It's your choice. Morozov stares silently at Gazdik. A few Legionnaires shift uneasily and unsling their rifles, which until now had been shouldered despite the obvious threat. Then, Morozov slowly raises his hands and smiles. There is no hint of deception in his expression. He seems at ease, almost pleased. I appreciate your candor, Major. I think we both know where we stand. Till we meet again. With a polite nod, Morozov turns away and followed by his soldiers. He boards the red train and departs. Everyone's a bit rattled. The departure of the train reveals the station. There's a disaster. Okay, so we've got recommended squad size of 5. Difficulty is not too tough. Potential reward: new soldier, XP, fuel, cloth, and food. Get new squad, right. Oh. All available, so. Boy. Shouldn't take too long to load. Not like Total War that takes 3 million years.
Niečo je zlé. Je tu príliš ticho. Vyrazte, ale majte oči aj uši na stopkách.
Done talking? So we can carry on? Look around for the local.
Rozkazy? Dobře, jdu tam.
Not a good feeling about this.
Červený nechali pár dědinčanů nažive. Myslím, že potřebuju pomoc.
Oh, we can heal him.
Ano,
Wait, select the medic. Heal.
je to jen
Okay.
škrábnutí.
Ni minuty pokoje.
I wonder if this guy will become one of our... will join our... There's a squad. Yeah, I wonder if this guy will become a
Sme
soldier.
československí legionári na cestě do Vladivostoku. Môžete nám povedať, čo sa tu stalo?
Rudá armáda si přišla pro rekruty a zásoby. Řekli jsme jim, ať jdou pryč, ale oni se jen smáli a sebrali nám všechno, co chtěli. Každého, kdo se jim
Jesus, they killed
postavil,
everyone.
zabili. Viděli jsme nákladáky plné dělostřelecké munice, jak jedou k řece. Bydlí tam moje sestra. Jsem strachy bez sebe. Pomozte mi, prosím.
Prišli sme nakúpiť zásoby. Nie sa zapliesť do ruských záležitostí. Ale červení na nás zaútočili už skôr a očividne tu nechystajú nič dobré. Vlak proste nemôžeme riskovať. Takže musíme ísť zistiť, čo sa tu deje.
Vyzerá to, že ten most
So this is
sabotoval.
really
Budeme ho musieť opravit, aby sme sa dostali ďalej.
a
Nástroje
proper
a
guerrilla
materiály
warfare
najdete
type
v
game.
nedalekém táboře, přímo tamhle.
I'm guessing like things like mines and stuff is going to be really important here.
Ano? Už jdu.
So
Rozumím.
he said something about
Vidím
oh,
nepřítele. Kdo
oh,
Pokaži.
Zaměřuju.
Ty, stoj!
get into cover.
Připraven, pane! Schovám se.
Vaše rozkazy, pane?
Taken out. Right.
Vypadá to, že
So
jsme v
Jsem připravena.
is this like a wide item medical kit? But is there? Does she have a limited amount?
Budeš žít.
Seemed to me like there's.
Připravenější už nebudu.
I hope not. Equipped by any combat role.
Povídejte.
Research bodies. No.
Rozumím.
That's somewhat frustrating. Don't like the fact
Nepřítel
that
podle
bodies
všeho
disappear.
zaujímá dobrou obranou pozici v plném krytu. Bez dlouhého dostřelu či granátů budeme muset na jejich pozici vtrhnout.
Postarám se o to.
Charge the enemy in cover. This enemy use the rifleman's chant bar.
Zaujímám pozici.
Кажется,
Ano?
что-то viděl.
Jdeme!
Оружие к бою!
Wow. Okay. That's kind of amusing. He just hopped over, didn't get shot.
Rozkazy? Už jdu.
Interesting.
Tady se to rudými jen hemží.
Crawling with
Asi by bylo
reds.
dobré zůstat v utajení co možná nejdéle. Hlavně nikdo nesmí omylem vystřelit. Střelba není zrovna
Learn
nenápadná.
how to kill whilst undetected.
Ano, pane. Nepřítel.
Připraven, pane. Já se o to postarám.
Okay, so
Rozkazy?
you get sneaky stuff. That's pretty cool.
Vidím nepřítele.
Air kit. Oh, I can. Okay.
Odpočívaj v pokoji.
Get you down here as well.
Soudruh.
Ano, zaujímám pozici.
Okay. Why is it doing? So, okay. So this is a bit like commandos in a sense. They can see each other. But if I do a stealth attack on both of them at the same time after tactical pausing, like this,
Vaše rozkazy,
Hezky,
pane.
opatrně.
and then do that.
Dobré.
Oh, okay, that's pretty
Keď teraz
sick.
máme tu
I
hnusnou
like
vec
that.
za sebou. Pozrieme
You
sa,
don't need to be
aká
silent
je
anymore.
situácia. Připraven, pane. Jasná
Get the repair
věc.
kit.
Našla jsem opravářskou sadu. Teď máme, co potřebujeme k opravě mostu.
Artillery strike.
Jasná věc.
Povídejte. Už
Don't
jdu.
need any healing. What did I leave down here? Oh, medical kit. Damn it.
Pokud je tady nějaká vyhlídková věž, měli bychom ji obsadit, abychom měli lepší přehled o okolí.
Okay. Well, we definitely need to get the sniper up here.
Připravenější už nebudu.
No
Ano,
doubt
pane.
about it. How do I get him in there? Does do it when I...
Už jdu.
Oh, it's capturing. Oh, okay, so you don't actually go in it? That'd be a bit
Jsem připravena.
stupid.
Vaše
To jsou
rozkazy,
určitě ty nákladňáky, které prevážají
There's
dělostřeleckou
loads of
munici.
explosives near. Know what's
Musíme
happening.
ich zastavit.
Neexistuje nič, čo by nezastavil granát.
Hlavně nesmíme být moc blízko výbuchu.
So, what's the situation? Well, hang on.
Rozkazy?
Ano,
What's this guy doing?
připravený.
Who are you?
Som tu. Hádžem granát.
Fire in the hole. Oh, bit of lag there.
Ten
Wow.
most vyzerá ako dokonalé miesto na
Sick.
prepadnutie. Ďalej by sme mali pokračovať až potom, čo zistíme, čo by nás mohlo čakať
Okay.
na druhej strane. Nemá niekto ďalekohľad?
Yes, our scout does. Yeah, though.
Ano. Postarám se o to.
Oh no, this scout does.
Tak se podíváme, co tam je.
Okay, so we've got.
Vidím...
Holy moly! I know what's going to happen here. They're going to let me call in the artillery.
Vědí, že jsme tady. Přijdou si pro nás. Připravíme ten kulomet a dáme jim co proto.
Sorts of rifles. Cannibal at the gates. Deploy the machine gun. What? Move machine gunner here.
Jsem připravena.
Kryjem sa.
Ano? Pane? Už idem.
Rozkladám.
Come on, actually, if you actually place this on the...
Tu sú! Bráňte sa!
Vaše rozkazy?
See what this does.
Смотрите! Легионеры!
You didn't get to retreat, did
Ostatní
you?
nejsou tak hloupí, aby proti nám šli poté, co viděli, jak to jejich kámoši
Please
koupili
let me
na
use the artillery.
Takže povoláme
Please.
dělostrelecký útok a postaráme sa, aby tí hajzli zaplatili za svoje zločiny.
Yes. Oh my god, yes. Oh, it's giving me a cutscene as well.
Aha, ako to búcha.
Yeah, run away.
Přišli jsme si pre zásoby na cestu.
Wow. Okay, so they just
Vezmeme ich
didn't escape
a
at
vypadneme
all.
odtiaľto.
Tie zásoby sa mi veľmi brať nechce. Červení ich určite ukradli tým dedinčanom.
Vesničané jsou mrtví. A jestli se nepohneme, budeme mrtví i my.
Snad to bude stát za to.
Látky můžeme použít na uniformy a deky. Půjdeme do srdca Sibíry a
Zima se blíží.
Loads of
pokračujte.
goodies.
To je uhlie? Skvelé. Palivo je ta najcennější surovina na našej cestě.
Nie je naša najcennejšia surovina
Okay.
jedlo?
Ovšem.
At least we know we can get more
depu
than
bychom si měli koupit
5
lokomotivu,
troops.
která jezdí na borůvky. A možná bychom mohli pálit borůvky, abychom se ve vlaku přes Sibiř zahřáli.
Hľadám kryt.
ammo. Where would I find ammo?
Tak sa pozrieme, čo tam je.
That would be where I'd find.
Som tu.
Ten, kdo tady nechal všechnu tu munici, musí být velmi
This
zdatný
must
s
be the end of
bajonetem.
the
No,
mission.
keď mi v guľomete dôjde munícia, je to len bremeno. Jednoducho by som privolal
Oh, so
delostrelecký
these guys
útok.
are walking away. Okay, well, I'm enjoying this. This is interesting. I really like this game. Back on the train, the soldiers discussed the confrontation with Morozov at the station, as well as the violence the Reds enacted against unarmed villagers. Most, though not all, feel that the artillery strike on the Reds' encampment was justified. Major Gazdik is lost in thought. I think the Reds were expecting us, setting a trap. Perhaps. What I don't understand is why, and why now? Isn't Captain Langer conducting negotiations in Moscow? He is, but we don't know the outcomes of these negotiations. Everyone, get to your posts. I have letters to write, and the train is not going to get us to Moscow by itself. Dismissed. Storm on the horizon. New Legionnaires have joined us. Sweet. I like how it's... I assume it must be randomized. She's a doctor as well. Oh, so yeah, we do get rifles. Snipers. Okay, cool. Right. I'm going to leave it there. Because next time we play, I'm going to have some... play around with what's what, and, you know, how do we change their weapons and whatnot. I get the feeling that maybe things go bad here. But until then, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.